Always a special moment in the pregame ceremonies. The playing of the national anthem as the teams gear up for the tip. Welcome to the Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. They've really been on a roll. They've gone 5-1 in their last 6 games.
You know, right now for Florida, they've done what they've needed to do up to this point in the season. I think they've got to be happy and comfortable with where they are.
And I'm sure they are. I mean, they don't have the target on their back that some of the top teams have, but this is a very solid club.
And so off the tip, it's Florida. Outside, Green. Dishes it to Horford. Back to Green. Stolen by Mitchell. And they're moving it up. On up the court. Mitchell's shot is good.
Gotta love the finger roll up and over the defense.
And Florida with the possession.
And I'll tell you what jumped off the page to me, guys. The firepower off the bench. I mean, that's what really, I think, led them to that victory.
Well, it was that energy boost factor, we call it. You can't rely on that kind of scoring coming from the reserves every game, but it was there for them that night.
Here's Mitchell, following the three-point basket by Ford. Back to Thomas. He passes to Mitchell, feeds it to Temple. Off target from outside. And here is Green. He had 10 points in the win against Brewer. Passes to Horford. Misses off the left iron.
Oh, easy look there, but, you know, he misses those once in a while.
Mitchell kicks to Thomas. In low to Davis. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that.
First trip to the line for him here. First one falls for him. Both free throws good for Davis. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Outside, Green. He dishes it to Brewer. Here's Humphrey. And again, it's Florida with a 3.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Here's Temple. 9 points last game. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hey, Kevin. I had a chance to catch up with the visiting team's head coach. He talked about the impact that Al Horford can have on a game and how they'll have their work cut out for them dealing with him. He said Horford's just a complete ball player. He does all the things you want from a big man. He can shoot, handle, and pass. He's always a tough matchup, but it starts with matching his energy level. Kevin, we'll see if they have what it takes.
And thank you for that, Doris. Now, Green, after the missed 3 from Temple, knocks it loose. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Mitchell kicks to Thomas. Pass to Mitchell. He feeds it to Temple. 4 on the shot clock. Let's go. And it's Florida with the rebound.
And in last year's season series, things did not go their way.
And there's the pass to Horford. Noah kicks to Green. That 3 off the mark. And both teams really in the upper echelon of the conference. It's an important matchup this year.
Well, Kevin, they're battling for supremacy in the conference. There's going to be some heated battles between these top-tier teams. That's now 4 misses on their first 5 attempts. Still trying to find the rhythm and flow here offensively.
He kicks it to Horford. Shot clock at 6. Here's Humphrey. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
Florida shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
This season has not been kind to them at the free throw line. Guys, they're only making about 71%.
Boy, I tell you what, you can't even compare their numbers at the free throw line last season to the numbers this year. I mean, they are so much better.
He's off on the second. Gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Mitchell kicks to Temple. And the call will be against Al Horford. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, they've really kind of struggled offensively here. So I think this timeout is for him to really draw something up, maybe get an easy 2 and get their confidence back.
You know, sometimes an easy basket out of a break is just what you need to get things back on track. And coaches always have plays specifically for that situation, coming out of timeouts for an opportunity to get a bucket.
There's the feed to Temple. To end the drought. And he sinks the layup. Here's Green. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Humphrey, defended down by Temple. The dish now to Horford. Thomas is there. Moves back up. And Horford with the lay-in.
Well, the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
Davis with a screen on Green. Here's Mitchell. Outside, Davis. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Temple. The shot. And the shot no good, a bit short.
I tell you what, the way he's been going this quarter, guys, they're going to need somebody else to pick up the slack.
Outside, Green. Kicks it to Horford. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
How about that play? Great body control. Still manages to finish the play despite the contact.
You know, when that whistle blows, you're not done. Get greedy and find a way to knock it down.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. That's good from Horford. Gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Johnson outside. Just 5 to shoot. Number 2. He's on target from 8 feet out. Florida leading by 4. Pass to Huertas. Launches it. Offensive rebound. Horford. And there's 2 points. Looking on the glass, paying off that time.
Well, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active, be energetic, and react as soon as the shot goes up.
Johnson the screen. 1:31 left here in the first quarter. Clock at 4. Number 35. That's good. .116 left to play in the first quarter. Picked by Horford. The pass to Wedges. Florida moving that ball around. Here's Tyler from about 16. The rebound by Johnson.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's a physical game, and so far the numbers show that they've got the edge on the glass.
To the middle. Roll. The shot is off. And it's Florida the other way. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. This is to Tyler. Elbow shot. Gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Number 3, rejected by Lakers. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Florida leads by 6. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. Guys, what stands out to you from Florida in this one?
They've done a nice job on the offensive boards here, guys, and I think that was the difference in that first quarter, really pounding the offensive glass.
Well, they set the tone early with their mindset, their tenacity, and their hustle. I mean, that's the way they come out, and it's served them well.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for Florida. Pass to Berry. Here's Swanson. Here's Moss. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Some teams live and die by the 3. Let's check out the best.
That's been an amazing season for them from behind the arc. They've got some great shooters on that team.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Well, he's been an 80% free throw shooter on the season. I mean, he shot the ball with confidence from the stripe.
And he makes the first. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. And 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Johnson the screen. From deep. But they recover it. Number 10. Defended by Swanson. Feeds it to Johnson. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Number 35. And that one's good.
He really made that mismatch pay off. The defender giving up that much size isn't going to be able to put up much resistance near the basket.
So it's Florida now. It's a 5-point game. Passes it to Swanson. Launches a 3. Count the bucket. The visitors with the ball.
And if you look at their numbers in that game, what jumps out most is the balance offensively. They really spread the wealth.
And they were on fire in all areas. That was a very satisfying road win.
So it's Florida now. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Here's Hodge. And the jumper is on the mark. And now a 10-point Florida lead. Gone 0-2 from deep here in the second.
Well, they've really kind of struggled offensively here. So I think this timeout is for him to really draw something up, maybe get an easy two and get their confidence back.
You know, sometimes an easy basket out of a break is just what you need to get things back on track. And coaches always have plays specifically for that situation, coming out of timeouts for an opportunity to get a bucket.
Johnson outside. Roll defended by Moss. Clock at 6. Johnson the screen. It's rebounded by Swanson.
An 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
Florida moving that ball. Kept alive. Now the pass to Barry. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Here's Hodge. Sinks the three-pointer. He's got 5.
You know, even though he doesn't really have the long-range ability on a consistent level, he can knock down some open ones.
Gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Back to Johnson. Johnson to screen. Number 3. And again, unable to change momentum here. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Pass to Swanson. Shoots a 3. No good.
Now that's great technique. They're shielding his man off and keeping him off the glass.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. He dishes it to Davis. He passes to Mitchell. 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range. He feeds it to Temple. Pass to Mitchell. Tries again. It's stolen by Green. Gives him the lead pass to the inside. Brewer's shot is off.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Number 10. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Passes it to Swanson. He kicks to Green. There's the pass to Swanson. Here's Moss. And he draws body contact. Looked like a block and foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line. Florida shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Come on, you can hit this.
That free throw good from Moss. No good on the second free throw. Got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Temple, the pass to Mitchell. In low to Davis. Working on Noah. The 8-footer. That one a little long. Florida leading by 14. The feed now to Green. 6 to shoot. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, getting the ball into the post should be their first option every time down. Force the defense to adapt and adjust.
And Florida making a change here. Horford's checked in. Mitchell kicks to Mitchell. The dish to Temple. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
Brewer defended by Mitchell. And it's sent back by Thomas. They get it back. And he recovers it. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Smooth guy. Very good job there of getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
And you know, those kind of players in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes as much as any single play in a game.
Yeah, they really can. I mean, they can't allow him to beat them to so many of those offensive rebounds. That'll kill you. A moment here now to see some of the numbers for Joakim Noah. First in scoring, first in rebounding. And with his vision and his ability to anticipate plays offensively, he's #1 in the NBA in assists.
And, Steve, we really can't gloss over his ranking as the top scorer in the NBA. I mean, he's the one guy you don't want to see coming out of the opposing locker room.
1:25 left in the second quarter. Mitchell kicks to Mitchell. Dishes it to Temple. Feeds to Thomas. In low to Davis. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
Good defense, but gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
Now here's Green, averaging 14 points a game. Kicks it to Brewer. A second chance effort, and the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And how did he get that to go?
Even after the whistle, I like the awareness, the alertness, and the presence of mind to finish the play.
They have a very long way to go to get within sight of the lead.
And from what we've seen thus far, I wouldn't hold my breath.
That's going to be tough. Now here is Davis. He's coming off a 28-point game again.
And a huge rebounding night as well, really controlling the glass. What a great little run he's on here in the quarter.
And here is Green. 29 seconds left now here in the second. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Well, all you need to know is he's shooting 90% from the free throw line. So you know he's playing with a ton of confidence at this point.
You know, even in games where he hasn't been at his best this season, I mean, he still managed to get it done at the charity stripe when he gets his opportunity.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. We've got 28 seconds left in the first half of the game. Pass to Brewer. Shot clock at 6. Green. Shot from 16. And he hits the jump shot. He's got 9.
And he should thank the defense for those 2 points, really. Nobody paid him any mind there.
He dishes it to Davis. Shot on the wing. And that one's good. Here's Green. Beautiful buzzer beater.
Just in time. Unbelievable. Great shot there, Kev. And the crowd is going crazy.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Florida ahead, just dominating this one. Well, folks, stay tuned for the halftime show with Damon Bruce for all the highlights from our first half.
Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday night. I'm Damon Bruce. A great team effort we've seen so far for Florida. They're looking for another win as they try to improve their fourth-place standings in the conference. A big first half for Al Horford. He's got 10 points, and the looks have been coming for him. A great shooting percentage from the floor and the line. On the other side, the away team not off to a great start. Defensive rebounding, a big problem right now. They just can't control their own backboard. A valuable contribution so far by Big Baby, Tyrese Thomas. Great work from him so far as well. And now let's go around the NBA to check out what's happening. Third quarter out there, but it's not a close one. And another one also in progress. It's even out there in the first quarter. And another game going on. Second half of basketball just getting started for them. Thanks so much for joining me here in studio. Second half action is coming right up, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the game.
And as we return, a view of the beautiful skyline of downtown Boston.
Al Horford playing very well. 10 points and 1 assist.
Shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Glenn Davis out there with Tyrese Thomas. Then it's Garrett Temple. And it's Mitchell in at the 3, the small forward. Pass to Mitchell. He feeds it to Temple. Here's Mitchell. Here's the 3. And that one's good. Mitchell's got 5. Green with the ball. He passes to Horford. And there's another one for Ford.
Smart. Use that big height advantage. Get the shot off.
Well, it's hard to put a big man on him, Steve, that far from the hoop. I mean, he's versatile.
Here's Temple. Passes it to Davis. Here's Mitchell. Covered by Brewer. No good for Mitchell.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number 1, this game is out of hand.
Exactly. I mean, the score is right where you'd expect it to be when the battle on the boards is that lopsided.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a look at this season's stingiest defensive teams.
You know, sometimes a team, Kevin, will have one guy who does a nice job blocking shots. Other times, a guy finds ways to get other players involved in shot blocking. Well, this team does it as a group. That's why they're the league's best in block shots.
So Horford gets 2. Little over a minute gone here in the second half.
Well, you got to put a body on your man when the shot goes up. That's just fundamental basketball. They're giving up way too many offensive rebounds.
Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You look at Florida. So far, they've got the 4th best record in the conference. 3.5 back.
You know, right now for Florida, they've got to be happy with how things have gone for them. I mean, they haven't suffered a deep drop-off, and they're still the good, solid team they were a year ago.
Yeah, but they haven't taken a step forward either. And I thought maybe they would. I mean, to me, this has been a little bit disappointing. They're not in bad position. I just thought they'd be better, Paul.
Green with the ball. Now defended down by Jumper. Stolen by Mitchell. Here's the break. Can't hit. Great D that time from Green.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
Humphrey, who's guarded by Davis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He kicks it to Noah. Nails the hook. Noah's got his second bucket of the game to go.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball. Just having their way down low.
Here's Mitchell. Looking for his first basket still in this one. The pass to Mitchell. The feed to Temple. He tries for three. Gets it to go.
Something's starting to click for this team, guys. You can feel it. The three-pointers are dropping. Their offense is flowing.
They've had a great second half from long range.
So timeout called here, the first for Florida.
Looks like he saw some things out there that needed adjusting and wants to talk it over a little bit with his club.
I don't think you can ever go wrong burning a timeout if you see something you don't like and you need to talk about it.
When you see Garrett Temple, you get a little closer look at some of his numbers, how last month turned out for him. First in scoring, first in rebounding, and with his vision and his ability to anticipate plays offensively, he's #1 in the NBA in assists.
And Steve, we really can't gloss over his ranking as the top scorer in the NBA. I mean, he's the one guy you don't want to see coming out of the opposing locker room.
Outside, Green. Florida moving that ball. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. It's Davis with the drive. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Well, his free throw numbers this year are below 70%. So when he's getting to the line, he has not been effective.
And guys, it's something that he's going to have to work on more and more because he's still not getting the kind of shooting percentage he would like from the line.
Now, here's Green. He's got 6. Horford backing in. And the pass goes out of bounds, and they'll turn it over. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. The dish to Temple for the 3. That's good. Temple's got 8 points.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
But the defense isn't making them earn it. I mean, those shots have just come on easy, open looks.
The drive by Green. Jacks up a 3. Good on the shot. He's got 9.
And their offense is flowing. It's clicking right now at the beginning of the second half. They've made 3 of their first 4 attempts.
So it's the visitors now, trailing by 19. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Davis kicks to Mitchell. Feeds to Temple. Temple gets the screen from Davis. Temple dishes to Davis. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Mitchell. From deep. It's in there. Davis with the assist. Mitchell's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Now, here's Green, defended by Mitchell. Outside, Green. Humphrey, defended by Temple. One-on-one fast break. Power down with both hands.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Now, here's Green. 9 points in the game so far. Horford backing in. Good! Horford's got 6 here in this quarter.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something they should get away from.
And Temple kicks to Davis. Pass to Mitchell. Davis with a screen on Green. Doubled by Brewer. Clock at 6. Dishes to Temple. Pulls up. High post. And it's Florida with the rebound. Horford's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Now, here's Green. And Brewer kicks to Green. The 3. It's rebounded down by Temple. Gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Mitchell passes to Davis. Mitchell kicks to Temple. He dishes it to Davis. Jumper off the screen, and it's Florida with the rebound. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Here's Humphrey. The shot from the low post is good. 11 points in the game. Gotten all 4 of the three-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. Mitchell passes to Temple. Kicks to Davis. 16 feet away. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
Outside, Green. Into Al Horford. And there's the turnover. Pass going out of bounds. You can just chalk up the points when these guys get to the line. Here are your top free throw shooters for the past month. Doing it well here in the third, about 50%. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
It's Davis with the drive. Mitchell kicks to Davis. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Now you can tell what the crowd thinks about that call.
Yeah, they erupted as soon as the whistle blew.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Al Horford, he's checked in for Noah. Gotten half their shots to drop in the second half, up to this point, going 7 of 14. Pass to Mitchell. Number 2. The pass to Mitchell. Davis sets a screen. Just 5 on the clock.
Good D, good D.
Here's Mitchell. Oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Boy, ends the quarter with a dead-eye 3 as the buzzer sounds.
They had that set up, I think, Steve, and he timed it perfectly.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Florida ahead. They lead by 13. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Florida leading by 13. We've got Green, and it's Tyler in at the small forward position. Pass to Moss. Backs him down. The jump hook.
Well, I tell you, that was double duty right there. He influenced the shot and then got back and cleaned the glass.
Number 35, defended by Huertas. 6 on the shot clock.
Good D, good D.
Number 2. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Huertas passes to Green. Huertas, Florida moving that ball around. He feeds it to Green. Lets it go from deep. Good. Green's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Florida. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. He kicks to Temple. He passes it to Davis. Picked his pocket. Outside, Green. Passes it to Moss. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Florida.
These long-range shots look like layups out there, guys.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
That's good for Moss. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Being under 40% all in all for the game. Mitchell kicks to Thomas. Pass to Mitchell. Davis sets a screen. Mitchell off a pick from Davis. 5 on the clock. Takes the 13-footer. Noah with the block. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Florida leading by 17. Humphrey defended down by Temple. And finished off by Noah.
That quality shot is almost always going to come off the rebound like that.
And Clark, he is so good at working his way inside, holding off the defenders under the glass, and being in the right position.
Knows how to use his body.
Yeah, and I just like the way he persistently pursues the pumpkin.
For Florida, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Humphrey defended down by Temple. The feed to Horford. Shot clock at 5. Florida needs to get off a shot. There's Green with the 3. Another shot. Can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Temple. Gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And the pass to Mitchell. There's the dish to Temple. Here's Mitchell. Feeds it to Temple. Davis cleans up the mess with the savage putback flush.
That is a booming putback. Step aside, fellas.
They wanted nothing to do with him there.
At least not with the ball in his hands and the rim in sight.
Dishes it to Green. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Feet away. Can't get the putback. Gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And stolen by Horford. Fast break. Here comes Florida. Brewer pushes to Horford. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. That will be a getaway game for them. A 1-game road trip. That free throw missing. Good on the second free throw. Here's Mitchell. To Mitchell. He dishes it to Temple. Mitchell kicks to Mitchell. He feeds it to Temple. Shot clock at 6. Brewer with the steal. Humphrey defended down by Temple. Back to Green. Kicks it to Brewer. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Boy, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
Mitchell passes to Mitchell. He kicks it to Temple. Here's Mitchell. Thomas is screen on Green. Mitchell. He's it from three-point range.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Now a timeout called by Ford. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hi, guys. I got a chance to hear what the home team head coach was saying to his players. He laid one thing out there for them, saying, now is the time to eliminate any chance of a mistake. We've got a good lead. Don't take any unnecessary risks or commit a silly foul. Smart basketball from here on out.
And as always, Doris, thank you. They return possession.
Well, they do have the lead right now, but they're not hustling as much as they did in the first half. They've kind of put it on cruise control. They've got to rev up the motor a little bit here.
Al Horford with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
Gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. They double him with Horford. Mitchell off a pick from Davis. Thomas a screen. And Temple kicks to Mitchell. 6 to shoot. There's Davis. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one on Horford.
It's been a good night for Glenn Davis. He's got 16 points, and he's getting it done on the glass, too.
Now, you're right, Clark. He's done some really nice work inside.
First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. Florida leading by 13. Green with the ball. Now guarded by Mitchell. Passes to Brewer. A stupendous finish in traffic.
Well, they haven't gotten much production from him, but they remain in the lead.
Gotten a three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Here's Mitchell. Al Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Humphrey. Rejected by Mitchell. 1:49 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Mitchell. He passes to Temple. Rockets hits. Again. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Well, after a horrible half of shooting, they've bounced back here in the second half and picked up their shooting percentage quite nicely.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, I agree. Got to use some clock here.
Now, here's Green, defended by Mitchell. Here's Horford, and Davis sends it back. Pass to Mitchell, lays out. Thomas kicks to Mitchell. The feed to Temple. Ball's knocked loose. We're going the other way.
That's a poor possession. You just give away the ball with a sloppy pass.
Here's Mitchell, guarded by Green. There's the pass to Mitchell. Feeds to Temple. Fires a three, and that one's good.
You know, if this had come earlier, they might have been able to get back into it.
Yeah, but as it is, too little, too late.
Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question about it. That would be all she wrote.
Now Green. Just 5 on the clock. Sinks that one from the post. And Florida leads by 12.
They got to feel pretty good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home floor.
Yeah, and just riding it out here now. I mean, they gave the fans what they wanted.
Here's Mitchell, the 15-footer, good.
You know, that part of the floor, guys, is more or less his real sweet spot, right in his wheelhouse.
Now, here's Green. So you see Florida taking the W here. How much to be critical of with this win, Clark?
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, but they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, Al Horford.